if he's good or if he's bad. He's your fella and you love him. That's all there is to that. Common sense may tell you that the ending will be sad, and now's the time to break and run away. But what's the use of wondering if the ending will be sad? He's your fella and you love him. There's nothing more to say. Something made him the way that he is, whether he's false or true. And something gave him the things that are his. One of those things is you. So what's the use of wondering if the ending will be sad? For anywhere he leads you, you will walk, and anytime he needs you, you'll go running then like mad. You're his girl and he's your fella, and all the rest is talk.
Hello, 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 everyone. What's up? My name is Aisha Jackson, and welcome to a very special end of the year edition of R&H Goes Pop at Home. I'm honored to step in as your guest host today. Laura Osnes has been hosting this series since its very first episode back in March. And you know her, you love her. And today we got to hear her wonderful rendition of What's the Use of Wond'rin from Carousel. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Aisha. You're such a
Hello,
perfect
hello.
host.
Well,
I'm
thank
so
you. Welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome.
good. I'm so honored to be on this side of the table this time, and thrilled that we get to
Yes,
reunite this week for R&H Goes Pop. Hi, how are you?
yes. I'm doing well. How are you?
So good. Thank you.
Yes. Well, we loved your beautiful performance. And come on, you had all the little effects in your video and everything. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, Laura stepped it up for the end of the year episode.
It's when you're shooting things on an iPhone, you have to add all of the, extra magical things to help elevate it, I think.
As much as you can do, as much as you can do. Well, we loved your rendition, but we also want to know what inspired you to sing that song for us today. We also know that you previously played Julie Jordan in the lyric opera version in 2015 of Carousel, correct?
Yes, I did. I got to check that dream roll off my list playing Julie. Yeah, at the beautiful Chicago Lyric Opera. It's like a 3,000 seat theater, and we had like a full orchestra. And I played opposite Steve Pasquale, which was like a dream come true. Whenever I
Yes.
talk about the show, I have to just shout out his rendition of Soliloquy, which was like a spiritual experience every night.
I'm sure it was gorgeous.
But I loved getting to play Julie, and I feel like everyone always sings If I Love You and or If I Loved You, and no one ever really gives the time of day to What's the Use of Wondering. It's Julie's other song. And I partnered with my friend Ben Rauhala, who you also know.
Yes, Benji.
Yeah, Benji is the music director for the Broadway Princess Party concert series, and I've been
Yeah.
working with him for a long time on concerts and medleys and musical creations. I thought he would be a really great fit for this song because he really kind of lives in that pop world. He has a great sensibility, and I don't really. I live in like very much a musical theater world, so to turn a classic Rodgers and Hammerstein song, especially a song from a role that I've done, and I know the song in
Mhm.
a traditional sense, to be able to have someone kind of help me really reimagine it and guide me in that way, I would really only trust Benji with. So
Yes.
Ben created this really cool arrangement of What's the Use of Wond'rin, kind of based on a Selena Gomez song that he was inspired by. And
Okay.
that was kind of his inspiration. And I recorded it over an iPhone, and sent him the audio files, and he like was able to kind of help mix it together. So, and he had some really good advice on like when to like straight tone and keeping the tone in kind of a whispery kind of sense
Yeah.
that it doesn't get overly musical theatery.
He gave you he was like, I'm music director. Here we go. Let's talk about our vision. Let's color it up a little bit differently.
Exactly. Like I feel like you have such a great sense of like, and even last week when you were like, I can riff, I can bring soul, and I'm like,
Yes.
oh, like
Yes.
my go-to tends to be like musical theater style, and so it was helpful to have him on board to again collaborate and make a kind of cool, new, inventive, poppy, breathy, moody version of this tune.
So you always ask us this question, but like, what are some of your favorite memories of Rodgers and Hammerstein, like growing up or throughout all the different roles you've gotten to bring to life? Like, what's some of your favorite memories?
I definitely grew up with like the box set of the Rodgers and Hammerstein VHS classics. And in fact, I
Oh,
didn't,
wow.
they were like my best friend had them. So whenever I went to my best friend's house, we would turn them on. Mainly Sound of Music, Oklahoma. And then like, and occasionally The King and I and South Pacific. And then actually not Carousel. I like hadn't seen the Carousel movie till later. I think it's like, it's a
Yeah.
little bit more mature, like not quite like the elementary school age.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Watch
yeah.
so yeah, and I got to play my first like Rodgers and Hammerstein show I ever did was The Sound of Music. I played Brigitte in community theater, who's the
Yes.
Von Trapp kid. So I was exposed to the R&H canon at a very young age and like grew up like idolizing Julie Andrews and Shirley Jones.
Looking back over this year and all of the different episodes that you have done, what are some of your favorite moments or some of your favorite episodes or renditions?
Oh, well, I have to commend you on your performance of A Lovely Night because not only was it lovely and awesome and I love that song, but I love what you brought to it. I love you're just so talented, first of all. Your voice is absolutely insane.
Thank
And
you.
then yeah, and it was fun to like talk about the princesses. Like I loved having Christy Altomar on because we also like had the like that
Oh,
princess
yeah.
connection. Paolo Maltaban came on. He's the prince in the Brandy movie of Cinderella. We had Paolo here, and I was like trying not to fangirl, and that was really special. Natalie
Yes.
Weiss gave us like a killer rendition of Mr. Snow that I
Yes,
was like
you
blown
did.
away by. Um, really, everybody's been great. I love just like the whole thing started out like me just like having my friends on. Like Jeremy Jordan was the first episode, and it's funny how much we've learned since then and how far we've come having done these episodes week after week after week. Like the first episode, like no one even knew what Zoom was and like how to sing over Zoom and like having poor internet
And
connection.
now we all know what Zoom is.
Totally. Exactly. So I feel like all of these episodes are kind of a little time capsule of this moment, this year in history of us creating digital content and using music to just kind of spread joy and be a light during this time.
Yes, look, we have all learned a lot about Zoom. Zoom is our best friend, but we've also learned how to create music and art and spread love and light through all these different types of episodes and series and podcasts and different things like that. So it's beautiful to see my friends and family in the arts and outside of the arts finding a new way to communicate with others and spread this love and this light and create differently. I think this moment of stillness is teaching us how to create, to be very imaginative and still be able to create. Yeah. So
I
it's been a time of transition, but we're learning. We're learning a lot.
Indeed, like I could not agree more. It's been really cool to see actually how innovative all of
Mhm.
the artists, all of us artists have gotten, and people are learning new skills and learning how to like edit things together and like building like
Yes.
recording studios. And it's challenged
Yep.
people I think, to really think outside the box in ways to continue to make art. It's very cool.
Yes. Now we
One
just need
more lights.
Broadway to come on over and do that too, so we can open back up.
I know. It doesn't replace what we were doing, but
No, it does not. It does not. But in this moment of stillness and in these chapters of the pandemic, what have you been doing to, what have you been working on? Do you have any projects coming up?
sure. Well, besides getting to do this, which I absolutely love, I have gotten to do a few other kind of very creative outside the box things. I had a friend who wrote a virtual quarantine musical called A Killer Party that we all shot at our houses at home. And it was all edited together and released in 9 episodes that you can purchase for like $10. It's totally awesome.
Yes.
And that's actually being licensed to be done internationally and at high schools. So I just think that is so
Wow.
like, it's so cool. What a great idea for even schools who are quarantined right now, students who can't come to class, musical theater students who can't perform or sing in their choirs and things like that could potentially put
Yeah.
on their own quarantine digital musical. So I got to do that, which was great. I also just had the incredible blessing of getting to film a third Hallmark movie during this time. The whole cast was quarantined together in Connecticut in July, and we got COVID tested regularly and weren't allowed to come and go. And that movie finally came out on Halloween and is airing on the Hallmark Channel throughout.
Yes.
So I'm very grateful.
Congratulations. Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
amazing.
It also
That's
stars
great.
like fellow like Broadway artists, Aaron Tveit, Victoria Clark, Crystal Joy Brown, and Tom McGowan, all Broadway friends of mine. So that was really, really fun as well.
Yes. Well, shout out to all of you guys still continuing to work during this crazy time, and go check out that movie, guys. I'm sure it's amazing. Well, I think that's a wrap. I think we have come to the end of this very special episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Laura, I had so much fun swapping places with you today.
Likewise, great job. I have to say, it's been such a joy and how fun to get to do this together. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Thank you. And everyone, if you have enjoyed this series, please consider making a donation to support the Actors Fund. Every little bit can go such a long way right now, and they're doing a lot to help our community. So if you can, head on over to actorsfund.org/RNH goes pop to learn more.
Of course. And be sure to follow all of the Rodgers and Hammerstein social channels for more updates on the RNH Goes Pop series, as well as some exciting announcements that will be happening in the new year. We look forward to seeing you soon. Take care, guys. Bye, Aisha.
Bye.